Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. My name is Gabby and in today's video we're going to be making snowflake earrings using two different methods. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So first I have some parcels to unpack with you. So the first thing that I got are these cute bow earring posts and they are adorable. However, a third of them came crinkled, which I wasn't a fan of. And the next parcel I got some ball pin earring posts in both gold and silver. And now on to the making. So I'm just preparing the clay. So I'm gonna cut up some white clay and then I'm going to roll it out, and then we're going to start with method number 1. So I'll be using magic blue and silver white mica powders, and I tried to drop it in the middle but clearly I didn't, and I mixed the two mica powders and then I rubbed it in onto the surface of the clay. This method definitely gives very nice iridescent white color, and then I tried to use a cutter without anything on and it got stuck in the cutter. So then I used some cling film and you cover the surface, and then you can use the polymer clay cutters as normal, and I used two different sizes, the smaller snowflakes and the bigger ones, and I just cut it out. And now it's time to peel both cling film and polymer clay to reveal these beautiful snowflake shapes. And then I'm just going to use the blade to remove the pieces from the baking paper because they usually get stuck to it. And to make it look more like snowflakes, we're going to add these lines to them and they look very cute. Actually, when I draw these lines on, you can actually see the iridescent mica powder being removed from it because it gets scratched. So I'm just going to add some with a brush and make sure that all the lines that we made are filled with mica powder. And I'm just going to do the same with the small ones, but they're a bit more fiddly, so it's difficult to film them and hold them because my fingers usually just covered the whole snowflake. So I tried a different angle, which was just a little bit better. We're going to bake them in the oven at 110 degrees for 30 minutes. So last thing to do is to put some UV resin on it to seal in the shimmery powder and I'm just distributing the resin evenly somewhat. It was quite difficult because it had a lot of crooks and I couldn't find my precision tip bottle because that would have made it so much easier, but I don't know where I put it. And then we're going to torch out those bubbles. And then cure the UV resin using the UV lamp. And then I'm going to drill some holes in them, and then we're going to move on to method number 2. So for the second method, I decided to incorporate the mica powder into the polymer clay and see what happens. And it mostly just turned out pretty much white with no shimmer. So that wasn't the ideal one. I think it would have looked much better if the polymer clay wasn't white but it was translucent, because then I think you would be able to see the shimmer. But for the white polymer clay, you can't really see it. So I definitely prefer method number 1, but these turned out to be really cute anyways, because they are just your plain white snowflakes, which I quite like actually. And actually some of these had a bit of extra polymer clay left on them, so I just used the needle tool to remove that. And once again, I drew lines on them to make it more like snowflakes. Some of these lines aren't very straight, which gives it character. So these ones actually managed to collect some dust, as the white polymer clay always does. So I had to use a Q-tip and a bit of isopropyl alcohol to remove it. And once again, we're going to drill the holes. So for the small snowflakes, I turned them into studs and I glued the earring post to the snowflakes using Gorilla Super Glue, and I held it down just to make sure that it does stick to it. And actually I found that if you sand both the piece back and the actual earring post, it sticks much better. And now it's time to fight the jump rings, but with the power of editing, you didn't see me struggle. And then I'm going to assemble the pieces. For these ones, we're adding this cute cubic zirconia earring posts. And for the iridescent ones, we're going to be adding the cute bow earring posts. So this is what they look like. They're absolutely adorable. You can actually see the iridescence in person much better, especially for the studs. And these are going to be available on our website at foxandbunnyrides.com with the rest of the Christmas collection soon. Thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit those like and subscribe buttons, and we'll see you next week. Bye bye.